Hello again, everybody. This is your friendly neighborhood illustrator, Mr. Dave Joyner, coming to you again with another lovely installment of the Artist's Corner. Today will be using again the Micron 01 pen, and I hope today we can see most of this illustration out to the edge out here. And this area in here is where we're going to be working. I've got a little erasing to do. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that really quick, do a little erasing, and then we're going to come in with, how about we do a little shading? No? Maybe? Should we do it black and white this time? No, let's not do it black and white. Let's go ahead and do color. Everybody loves the color. We're going to go ahead and start in the far background. Again, we're going to remember that we've got the... Sorry if I'm shaking the camera, everybody. I'm not trying to. And if I have to stop this illustration to erase, I will. But it's really important for professionalism that we make sure we get most of our line work out. Some of this can stay. Some of that can stay. All right. I think that's about it. A little bit up there. Because we will be starting with our mountains, which is where we finished on the last tutorial. I'm going to go ahead and just get right in here. We will be using sky blue, and you can't see off camera here, I've already done some color adjusting. I hope that this yellowish hue to the illustration doesn't bother you guys too much, but I am learning all about the camera and how the hertz in the camera, in the lights. I'm learning all about lighting, and I'm learning that when you're using lighting, you have to adjust somehow for the way that there's a flicker in your lighting that gets picked up by the rate of camera speed, and I am trying to learn about this. It's kind of a bummer, but there you go. So we've got a little bit of color we're going to be putting in today in the sky. Remember, the further away we go, the more smoggy it's going to become. So we're going to go for that sort of smoggy blue sky effect, and starting with our light blue and then fading into the background. And I think it would be best to give you guys just a portion. Remember, the smoggy effect is going to actually go behind our mountains, so try to make those lines match up in the sky. And that also is intentional. Kind of stagger your lines going this way and then lines going this way. I speed it up a little quick and so you can't see, but the idea is we can make it look like wispy little clouds off in the distance. I'm gonna go ahead and take the illustration about that far, and then we're going to get the next blue. No, actually, no, let's go back, because we are going to go ahead and try to teach you guys a little bit about. I want to see the whole frame. I need to see it. I need to see the sky start up here above the tree, and then it'll fade down. You can even come in later with an eraser if you want to make these lines a little smoother. But for expedience, we're going quick today. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch too much of the sky. You've done that before. Now, we'll come in with a dark blue, and we're going to go from dark blue up here, fading into our light blue. If you ever looked up in the sky over your head, you'll notice how the blue sky over your head is a much richer, much darker blue than the blue that you see off in the distance due to smog, mostly due to smog. So we're gonna bring that color in just about to like there. Alright, so that I'm going to work on later for you guys, and now we're going to go ahead and tackle this tree, which is a lot closer to the camera, and we want to make sure that we understand things that are closer to our eye are going to be done in my little world. I'm going to be using colored pens. So we got a light green and a dark green, and off the page here we are actually looking, I got a little palette up here in the corner above my paper, and I am checking my colors, making sure this is actually the color I want to go with. And it looks good to me. So we're going to come right on in, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in the blanks with green. And as you can see, I'm kind of rough. I'm rough about this. I'm going to go ahead and put it in as quick as I can. We will be coming in with the darker green, especially in the underside of this canopy. But we can go ahead and imagine, I might even come in and use a lighter color green for this area. If I do, I'm limited a little. I don't have a whole lot. Go ahead and we're just going to color up on the canopy. The direction can make a difference when you're working with pens, especially ones like mine that are running out of ink. But we can go ahead and compensate for some of that. We know that basically these trees in my little world are kind of shaped like a giant mushroom. We got the top, and it's closer to the sky, and we got the bottoms, and they are shaded. So we've got a shaded section under our tree. It's going to be super dark, and then we've got this area up above the tree which is going to be fading, and I want to allow this effect to read as different little leaves, and so we can be a little chaotic, just a little. Won't hurt. Comes across nice when we're finished. This is really the area that you're going to want to make sure is thorough. And there we go, I think. Getting close. Getting closer. And there we go. Yeah. And like I said, just sort of throwing in some of that. Now, put that green away. Take out the dark green. Come back right into the same zones. And just remember the effect of light shining through leaves. Leaves. Sorry about that. Had to be done. So underneath is dark. You can use the side of, I'm using the side of my pen. Just I suppose some artists might say I'm going too fast for such an illustration. Maybe. I don't care. It's about having fun. And so, learning about color can also be fun. And obviously, I would spend maybe an hour, 2 hours working on this area in the time I normally would spend. But there we go. We got some dark green in there. A little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. Okay. Now, remember, we got some grass to do, and we have to make a decision on what color our grass is going to be. I know that we've got some really similar shades of green here. We're going to go with this green. And, oh, off the page, gonna check my, oh yeah, I like that. That's a nice color green. Look at that, isn't that pretty? That's why we do it. That's why we do it. Gotta love green. So we obviously are going to need to come in to this illustration and remember that some of this will be in this. I don't even know if I'm going to have a major light source in this one. Haven't decided. I'm making that decision though as we speak. We got grass. It's going to be down here. Ooh, that's going to have to be a whole section alone. This area right through here, it's so detailed, and at 11 minutes we're running out of time. So I don't want to have to deal with this illustration like I did yesterday. Let's just say, there we go. Nice and quick. Boom. Goes the dynamite. Yep, and I'm speeding the whole thing up for everybody just a little bit. Sometimes you get some happy accidents when you move fast as an artist like me, and I'm hoping that it'll be like that when in this illustration. So there's some green for you. We're going to come back in and bring in the light green we used here in the dark area down here. So there we go. Boy, that looks a lot darker when you use it down here, doesn't it? And that's the effect we're going for. Into the tree especially. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. A little bit goes a long way in such a type of illustration as this. And we can and we're going to go ahead and at that we're going to maybe add a little bit in here. Well, we will come back and hit this up later. This is going to be fun. Definitely see that there's going to be some darkened area over here, and we may have to use other colors and things in this, but at 12 minutes and 51 seconds I think we are done. You guys have a lovely day, and if you want to tune in again to the Artist Corner, we'll tackle this tree, we'll tackle this, and maybe even get some of this. Thank you and have a good day.